your boy Blaze, back with another video. This is the Ibuypower Snowblind 5 months review. I'm not sure what it is, but a bunch of people asked me if I was doing a follow-up video. And I finally had some free time before I leave for vacation. So here's the deal, people. PC gaming to me is so far and it's just so superior when it comes to the consoles. Not because, listen, I don't want to sound like that. You guys know I love my Sony console, baby. You really do. You know, I love all the consoles. I have all the consoles, for that matter. But when it comes to fidelity, high frame rate, beautiful graphics, you just can't beat it. You know, you're pushing high resolutions, you're pushing high frame rate. You got the benefit of it being a PC. So it's not just somewhere you play your games. It's somewhere you watch videos. It's somewhere you edit videos. It's somewhere you can do work. It's everything in one. That's what's so great about a PC. And then, fellas, you got the mouse and keyboard, which when it comes to like shooting, you know, when you're playing a shooter, man, the mouse and keyboard, it's just so precise. You know what I mean? But with PC platform, I will say this: there's ups and downs, and if you're saying there's not, then you're lying, because there is. You know, you deal with certain crashes, then you're uninstalling programs because GeForce decides to crash your game, so you have to uninstall GeForce. You know, you're verifying files, trying to figure out why this game keeps crashing, and you realize, you know, Afterburner's running and it causes your shit to crash. You know, little things like that. You know, they might not be big, but you consume a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on, troubleshooting. So when you buy a pre-built PC like the Ibuypower Snowblind, if you want to get the Snowblind PC, you have to go through Ibuypower. A lot of people have made their own, and honestly, they look really good. They look like, you know, they were mass produced. Like, some of these people are geniuses, man. So with the Ibuypower Snowblind, it's an LCD screen here. So what you're seeing here is a live wallpaper from Wallpaper Engine, and you know, it projects lights on the side. So this is just a panel. What this is, imagine if I took out all the components, ripped out all the guts, and just put the panel here. And then for my backlight, I use white LED strips all along with a white background. That's why the GPU has a white plate. Everything inside's, for the most part, white. So you get that reflection so you can actually see the image. So with PC gaming, like I said, ups and downs. What you're looking at here is an SSD that was in the Ibuypower. So when you buy a pre-built, you obviously can't pick and choose your parts. Okay, if you're just going there and buying it. If you're going online and you say, hey, build me this PC, even though it's a pre-built, and you're picking your parts, that's different. This was, hey, we got this, we got this computer here at Best Buy, that's where I bought it, had a 2080 Ti, i7-9700K, and, you know, SSD, and a regular mechanical hard drive. So I decided to go with that. It's a monster, bro. I have no problem. I can max out pretty much every game, no problem. 60 FPS, bare minimum. You know what I mean? The older games, I completely destroy. You know, I crush them. So this right here, what kept happening, people? If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know the game. I would boot up my computer. It would say, please pick the right boot drive or blah, blah, blah. Or it would send me directly to the BIOS. So I kept playing with stuff. I'm asking for help. A lot of people on Twitter helped, but then you had 3 arrogant pricks or 4 that just said, hey, you know, why, you know, see, this is why console gamers shouldn't have high-end PC products, because they don't know what they're doing. Listen, and I'm trying to explain to these people, listen, did I get a fork and just stick it in my mother drive and self-inflict this? I had no idea this was failing at the time, because it was doing this a couple times before that, and I thought it was just something in my BIOS. And people had helped me like God. We switched things around, or Blacktooth Grin calling me at 2 in the morning trying to help me out, Alex, Rev. So we're thinking it's something messed up in the BIOS, or, you know, whatever it could be. But this was the problem. It kept booting me to the BIOS, and it was because this was dying, and it eventually died. So I had to replace the SSD. I lost everything, which wasn't much, 250 gigabytes. I replaced it with a 500 gigabyte SanDisk model, because that's what my boy had. He gave it to me for the cheap. Put it in, works awesome. So yeah, so now I got my Windows back on my SSD. Everything's up and running. Look, I've had no other than this, I've really had no problems with the PC. I've had 0 issues. But this was a major issue because it kept happening, and I kept just getting pissed off. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Like, you know what I mean? And it wouldn't do it a lot, but towards the end, it was doing it every other day. Booting me to the BIOS. SSD dead, changed it. Haven't had that problem since. I replaced the fans with the LL Corsair. I've added 4 new fans. I changed the RAM. I put Corsair RAM in there. That's pretty much all I've done. I've added 4 fans, all Corsair. I've added the pump for the CPU, the air cooler, and then I've added the RAM. So I just upgraded little things that were appealing to me, like RGB fans, RGB RAM, stuff like that. I didn't need to, but I wanted to, because with this panel and what it, you're showing off your internals at the same time you're putting up a wallpaper. So it just, you can literally pick and choose. You can match everything. I got Razer RGB going across, and then the PC components are obviously Corsair, because Razer don't make fans, not that I know of. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna hit the lights here, and it's a really aesthetically pleasing setup. It really looks really nice. I love the PC, man. And the monitor is the ROG PG27UQ. It's crazy expensive, but honestly, it's the best monitor I've ever seen. Honestly, my boy has the same monitor, and he has a C8 OLED, and he tells me the monitor looks way better than his OLED. And that's crazy to me, but this little monitor here, 27 inch, is an IPS 4K 144 hertz monitor, and it also has over 360 local dimming zones. Now think about it, your fucking TV probably don't even have that much. It don't, I can tell you that, it don't. This is a 27 inch, so you think 360 individual local dimming zones is crazy. This monitor is beautiful, people. I'm telling you, the peak brightness, it's bright, it's vivid, it's awesome. And the reason I brought up the monitor is because I purchased them at the exact same time. So it's almost like it's the 4-month review for everything. And that's what I'll really name that. It's really for everything. PC gaming, to me, since I've gotten this setup, PC gaming's always been superior. But now I feel like now the consoles don't even make sense to me, because I got HDR now. I got 4K gaming. I got high frame rates. So the consoles are good for what? They're good for the exclusives, right? This Ibuypower PC literally crushes anything I throw it at. If it's older titles, forget about it. I'm blowing it out the water. Okay? Unless you're Crysis 3. Unless you're Crysis in general. Like that. I remember thinking, I'm gonna play Crysis 3 and I'm gonna max this shit out and I'm gonna have 200, dude, I was 30 FPS. You know what I mean? Maxed out, like, wow, that game is so demanding still. But anyway, enough about Crysis. Just the update, guys, is, the bottom line is, I'm extremely happy with my purchase. It was a very expensive purchase, but you know what? I don't need to upgrade nothing. I really don't. I'm completely satisfied. Maybe next year there might be a new GPU out there, and maybe I'll be tempted, but honestly, I'm good right now. I really am. PC gaming is so superior, man. I hate to talk like that. It's really aggravating to say, but it's the truth, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it saying, oh, my PS4, blah, blah, blah. Listen, the PS4 has beautiful exclusives and games that I can't play anywhere else. That's why I rep that damn console, because they're putting out exclusives. But when it comes to anything else, the PC platform is just better, flat out. So yeah, I'm happy, guys. I mean, I don't want to keep repeating myself. I'm happy. Ibuypower Snowblind. If you want to go through Ibuypower, go ahead, man. I recommend it. I've had zero issue. When it comes to my components, I've had zero issues other than the SSD. And, you know, it's frustrating, yes, but an SSD is, you know, they've gotten cheaper. So, you know, if I had to make a complaint, that would be it. I would say it's my SSD. You know, I would complain about it, but I mean, it's shit happens, I guess, right? So like I said, this is like a little side panel right here. So I'm just gonna move this back here. And you can see right here, it's cool because I can put my GPU temps, I can put my CPU temps, I can put anything I want. I can put the RAM uses, and I can all have it displayed here. You know how people have, you know, they have like little frame rate things in the corner. For me, I don't have to. I can put my frame rate right here on the side. I didn't even know this, but I could, with Rain Meter, is a great program. I recommend it if you have this panel. You can literally put your frame rates right here. So you can just take a glance at it and say, okay, my GPU's not running hot, everything's cool. CPU's running cool, everything's good, boom. You know what I mean? It's just really convenient. So, but yeah, this is, maybe I can open this for you guys. I don't want to drag this video on. What are we at? 11 minutes? Jesus Christ, man. This always happens because I fucking just keep talking and running my mouth. Yeah, this thing's a pain to do with one hand, people, but there you go. See, like I said, the white LEDs project the screen, and with the white background, for the most part, yeah. So I forgot to tuck those back in when I changed the SSD. So, but I'm happy, man. It's a beautiful setup, man. It's since I've changed the fans, since I changed the pump for the CPU, my PC has ran cooler. So I'm just extremely satisfied. It's the Steam summer sale right now. I'm all about my PC as of late, people. I really am. When it went down, I immediately had it fixed because I use it every day now, you know? It's not something like, oh yeah, I got a PC, I barely, you know, I use my PC every day. I really do. And I love PC gaming. I really do. Just way more, you got way more titles, man. You can play, like, you know, on the PS4, don't you wish you can play the Resistance 3 and Resistance 2 and Killzone 2 on the PS4? Don't you wish? Yeah, I have a PS3, I could do it too. But what I'm trying to say is older games that came out a long time ago, you just go get it and download it and play it at 4K. You know what I mean? There's no need for remasters. You just upgrade the resolution to 4K if that's what you want to do, and you're playing at 1,000 frames. And dude, these games, when they say, oh, make remasters, dude, buy a PC. You don't need to remaster anything because they look so fucking good. Anyway, it's your boy Blaze, man. Ibuypower. PC has been a blessing for me. I am so happy with it. And on to the next video, I guess. I'll holler at you. Peace.